the Golden State Warriors. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
Well, no one has been surprised by their dominance. Now they will try to take this momentum into the postseason.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. And for the Warriors, a pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. And Richard. And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And from technical fouls, Tim, to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Walking that line or stomping on that line. I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical, that's for sure.
Good on the second free throw. One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Curry passes to Green. We're about 1 minute into the first. Spins. And Butler, here we go, converts after the nice spin.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now, here's SGA. His scoring average of about 32.5 points a game tells you all you need to know about how dangerous a player he can be.
SGA stepping out on the floor, that will create some driving lanes going forward.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the three-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry outside, connects from three-point range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now, here's Holmgren. Just could not put it together in that loss to San Antonio. Shot clock at 6 to the inside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Hield.
6'3", 215 pounds. Lou Dort is one strong guard. Hard to handle for defenders.
And he can't get the first one. And for all the talk, Tim, about Lou Dort's defense, how about his growth as a shooter?
Well, I think he understood to get more minutes, he had to be more consistent as a shooter. The defense has always been there, but the steady improvement has come with his three-point shooting, which makes him now an elite 3-and-D wing.
And he's good on the second. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Now here's Butler, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando.
Long 7'1" with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Here's Dort. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Now Dort. The tray. And it's Curry with the rebound.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Butler. And the shot no good, a bit short. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you once again, Allie. Curry outside, sinks the triple. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Warriors.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Back to Williams. Holmgren kicks to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. SGA feeling it out a bit. This one for 3. Here's Hartenstein. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Hartenstein on the offensive glass. Always ready to collect and then finish off on those missed shots.
Back to Curry from outside the arc. And the Warriors, another 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jalen Williams.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Here's SGA. He has 5. Pass to Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren outside. His 3-pointer's off the mark. The Warriors leading. To the paint. Stolen by Dort. Outside Williams. Here's SGA. Guarded by Kerr. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
There are few guards in this league that do as much damage in the paint as Gilgeous-Alexander. He may be the best we have.
Now, here's Butler. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Curry, that's good.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Here's Holmgren. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Curry against Dort. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's off from 3-point range. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder in their last game, a loss to San Antonio. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. That 3 off the mark. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Well, that was called pretty tightly, and I don't think they ever adjusted to the way the game was being called. Big reason why they lost.
Here's Dort. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. For 3, Holmgren does not find the basket. His 3rd miss. He's made just 1 so far. Holmgren with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Here's Williams. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And converting through contact, Williams is a competitive guy who is not going to shy away.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of 3-pointers thus far.
And what a great job they have done sharing the ball. This is what team basketball looks like, and I love to see it.
Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far? And it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiaries.
Curry, good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's SGA. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Here's Hartenstein, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, and it's gotten physical inside, but Hartenstein making good use of his size right there.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry for the 3. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Outside SGA. Here's Hartenstein. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Curry. And there's another one for the Thunder.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Now Curry. 26 points for him last game against Orlando. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Second, the Warriors.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for the Thunder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Curry. 18 points for him. Offline with his 3. Oklahoma City trailing. Right, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Here's Hartenstein. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, if you've got a 7-footer like Hartenstein with that kind of touch, just get him the ball in the paint and let him go to work.
Kuminga, screen on Wallace. Outside Curry. The 3. Rebound by Williams. Oklahoma City shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Drills the 3-pointer. Williams has got 6.
Yeah, Williams that time perfectly in rhythm. Just catch and release.
Podziemski with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others. He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
Here's SGA. And he can't bank that one in. The Warriors trail. Kuminga finds Podziemski. Now here's Curry on the wing, Green.
And now we get a chance to check out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 16th in shooting percentage. And he's among the top 20 players in 3-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will. Second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. And he knocks down the first one.
And you know, Draymond Green is a fiery personality who plays with relentless energy. And he continues to be an impactful, versatile player even at this stage of his career.
Al Horford is checked in for Brandon Podziemski. Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Mitchell comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And both free throws good for Green.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Wiggins dishes to Williams. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Growing up in Arizona, Jalen Williams, Jim, was not an elite prospect.
Well, most stars in this league were blue-chip recruits coming out of high school. But, Kevin, not Williams. He spent 3 years in college developing his game, and he has worked his way into an all-star.
And here is Holmgren after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Holmgren against Horford. For 3, Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Back to you, Kevin.
Paying tribute. Nice job. Okay, thank you, Allie. Green taking his time here. Pass to Curry. Now, here's Moody. Wallace covering. Moody the pass to Curry. Curry with another miss. The Thunder shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Thunder shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Curry, and a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in. Warriors shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this match. Horford with the screen on Wiggins. Here's Butler. Plays it up and banks it in. Butler's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
His first shot coming late. Podziemski grabs the board. Butler in the corner. Outside, Kuminga. From the arc. That one, no good. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Back to the action in just a minute. We welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Mitchell. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Kenrich Williams. Then there's Wallace. And it's Holmgren in at the 5. And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor, Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
Wiggins against Butler. For 3, Mitchell. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Butler. For 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Horford against Wiggins. Mitchell in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. And Moody pulls it down. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And stolen by Wiggins. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Wallace. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. And for the Warriors, they're shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And the rejection by Holmgren.
And that is one of the things Holmgren brings to the table. His rim protection is critical for this defense.
From past the arc, the Thunder with another miss.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Horford with the screen on Wiggins. Outside, Horford. Pass to Podziemski. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Podziemski's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
In the corner, Wallace with it. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Trying to get something going. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Tim, you talk about a player with quick hands. That's Cason Wallace.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not just the hands that make him a threat on D. It's his lateral quickness, anticipation, and positioning. He just has that sixth sense about where the ball is going next.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spencer's checked in, and that one misses. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question. It's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. So it's the Warriors now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one of the things I love most about Butler is how physical he is. He doesn't hesitate to draw contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
2 shots.
Free throw, good Butler.
And there is so much that Butler brings to this offense. He can be their primary scorer or a facilitator. He has a very high basketball IQ.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Williams, he's checked in for Cason Wallace. So he gets them both.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Moses Moody. And now a chance to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA to see the leading three-point shooting teams in the NBA. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Holmgren finds Mitchell. Now Wiggins. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Warriors leading by 6. Down low. Back to Podziemski. It's Curry outside. Curry nails the triple.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Thunder trailing by 9. Now here's Wiggins. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Mitchell outside. Lets it go from the wing. The Thunder with another miss. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Magic.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
The coaching staff had them prepared with a great game plan, and they went out and executed it.
Now Williams, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Outside, Dort puts up a three. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Butler. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
Yeah, that floater is something that we've seen from Butler throughout his career.
Williams finds Holmgren. Now Mitchell. They need this. Rebound by Butler.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Curry looking around. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
The first free throw is good. Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
Moody's checked in for Al Horford. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Thunder. And both free throws good for Curry. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Now Green, after the missed three from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Butler, good, and Curry gets the assist. Butler's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he's a great mid-range scorer, and that's why Butler's teammates and coaches encourage him to look for that shot.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Thunder with some changes. Williams comes in for Holmgren. And it's Cason Wallace in for Aaron Wiggins. Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And here is Moody. To the middle. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Wallace outside. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Pass to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Williams against Butler. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Thunder trailing by 19. Outside Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. Wallace with the screen on Butler. Out to Wallace. Dort with the screen for Wallace. The Thunder with another miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
They grab their own miss. Curry outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 10 points in the quarter.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Now, here's Dort. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Inside. And that one's good. Green's got 5 points so far.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Wallace kicks to Williams. They need this one. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Butler. And it's Golden State with another.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to SGA. Good. Nice job down low. 13 points in the game.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Curry passes to Green. Now, here's Butler. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Williams. Wallace outside. Good on the 3-point shot. Wallace has got 7 now in this quarter.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period. Guys?"
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Wallace. Following the basket by Draymond Green. Here's SGA. Banked in off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points.
Well, and I tell you what, SGA is a bona fide superstar, having another huge night.
Pass to Moody. To the inside. Curry, good. Curry's got 35 in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
SGA passes to Wallace. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA double team. Williams for 3. Podziemski grabs the board.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Butler. 20 points for him. Shoots over Dort, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Outside, SGA shoots the 3. Wallace misses.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Green finds Moody. Outside Butler. Fires it up. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Dort passes to Wallace. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Curry. And so it's the Golden State Warriors rolling along with a 27. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
I think for Oklahoma City, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Curry has been sensational.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. A pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield, and Richard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Butler. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Holmgren, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Holmgren's got the first field goal of the second half for the Thunder.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Outside Butler. And he banks in the layup. Butler's got 24 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Now, here's SGA. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust, not only physically, but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach. I like the way they've established their offense to start the half. 3 straight makes.
Back to Curry from deep. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Holmgren outside. Over in the corner, Dort. Outside, SGA. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams gets the bucket.
This is the second half start they were hoping for. 4 straight field goals out of the gate.
Outside Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
And when Jimmy Butler is this confident, he is a nightmare to contain. Butler just takes over games with his scoring.
Now, here's SGA. He's got 17. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. We've got a chance here, so let's now look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, the league's stingiest teams. Number 1, the Thunder. The Warriors, 4th.
And we're getting to watch two of the NBA's great defensive teams. I mean, very difficult to score as they both contest every shot.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Holmgren the pass to Dort. Williams for 3, and the Thunder another 3.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Hield outside. Butler up top. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. Williams passes to Holmgren, and the Thunder another 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Hield outside. Some nice passing by Golden State. SGA with the steal. Dort with the ball. Now guarded by Hield. That one falls.
Some physicality there from Lou, pushing past the contact and into the shot.
Outside Butler. Outside Curry. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point land. And again, no good by Golden State. Thunder trailing by 19. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. And the 3 off target. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Hield outside. Back to Curry. On the top of the key, and it's in there. Curry's got 43 points.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Curry against SGA. Fires the 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Green with a screen on Holmgren. Here's Butler. Hits the jumper. Butler's got 28.
Not many guys with Butler's build have his skill set inside.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. And here's SGA. The Thunder with another miss. Curry against SGA. Now Hield. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams for 3. They get it back. Hartenstein, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
That is a tough bucket by Hartenstein, able to battle through that contact.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And they are racking up the assist totals because they're moving the ball selflessly. You're seeing great chemistry out there.
So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. Here's SGA. Following the basket by Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Butler on the way. Beyond the arc, it's Curry. That time on the assist by Butler. Curry's got 46 points.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Count the basket. SGA's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's Shea's favorite spot on the floor. His mid-range game is automatic.
Butler from outside. And Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. SGA double team. On the wing, Wallace. He's defended by Podziemski. Wallace, good.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Outside, Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And looking at the Blazers matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And the Warriors making a change here. Moody's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. We know about Holmgren's exceptional play defensively, but Tim, talk about his offensive game.
Well, he's incredibly versatile, Kevin. He can score down low. He can handle the basketball, shoots the three, and I'm not talking about standstill shots. He has the mobility to even come off screens. Well, he's a big guy, but he's also very athletic. Hartenstein playing well above the rim.
On the wing, Green. Outside, Curry. Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in the game.
And it's a 4-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Well, he's one of the leaders in this league in steals. That's just great defense by SGA to trigger that break.
And here is Curry. Non-stop scoring machine here. And the rejection by Holmgren. To the middle, Curry with the steal. Puts it up from 7. And Kuminga puts it in.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
SGA against Curry. Here's Wallace. No good with the triple. Warriors leading by 23. Curry finds Kuminga. Back to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Oh, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, it's easy to see why SGA has risen to the level of superstar in this league. He is relentless.
And another one falls. Amazing. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
On the wing, Williams. 58 seconds left in the third. That shot, no good. And so Horford will bring it up for Golden State. Here's Moody. A three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. Here's Holmgren. And the shot is good. Holmgren's got 7 points for the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Curry outside. Rebound by Wallace.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Holmgren with a screen on Curry. Pulls up on the wing, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, he made the right play. It didn't have to be a highlight reel play, and that's all you can ask from any position.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Wiggins. Lou Dort out there with Mitchell. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Williams at the pivot, manning the middle.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Pass to Horford. Golden State moving it around. Mitchell against Butler. Back to Kuminga. Lets it go with a three. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 6 assists now in the game. Outside Williams. From downtown, knocks down the three ball. Williams has got 12 points here in the second half.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Top of the key, Butler. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
To the paint. Kuminga down low. He's against Wiggins. Under trailing by 17. Williams scanning the floor. For three, Mitchell. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Well, if you give Butler room in the corner, he's not going to hesitate to pull the trigger.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Wiggins sets a screen for Williams. All alone. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And you're seeing why Williams has been an all-star in this league. He is scoring the basketball at will, and they should keep on going to him.
Down low, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Curry's checked in for Golden State. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Carlson's checked in. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Here's Curry. Here's Podziemski. Off target from three-point range.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
And stolen by Butler. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And Klay Thompson viewed as one of the best shooters ever to play this game. Hard to believe that the mark of 14 made threes has been passed here this evening.
Tim, how in the world did Jalen Williams fall into the Thunder's lap with the 12th pick back in that 2022 draft?
Well, Kevin, he played at a mid-major, so he was a bit of a late bloomer. A lot of people saw him as high floor, low ceiling type, and he was an awful fast riser as the draft got here, but still a steal in that late lottery.
And what a smart pick by that organization, huh? My goodness.
They seem to always get it right.
They do.
And what I love about Jalen Williams is his versatility. Well, he's a three-level scorer on one end of the floor, and then he has the athleticism to defend quickness, but the strength to take on bigger wings.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Now Williams. Dort wide open. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
And the Thunder pushing it up now. Williams kicks to Dort. Dort with a screen for Hartenstein. Over in the corner, Dort. Off target from outside.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to Butler. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the inside. Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Here's Curry with the 3. He got it again. Sensational. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Williams kicks to Mitchell. Hartenstein with it. Pass to Williams. Takes the three. Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Curry. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Mitchell passes to Wiggins. And here is Williams, defended by Butler. Pass to Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving it around. And stolen by Butler. Mitchell against Curry. Horford with the screen on Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Hartenstein. The Warriors pull it in. And here is Green. Tries from 10. And good! There's another.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Dort gets to Wiggins. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. Greg, that's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Pass to Butler. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Green, missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Count that one. Wiggins has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Here's Moody. Outside Butler. Fires from deep. Wiggins with the rebound. Under trailing by 15. Over in the corner, Dort. Back to Wiggins. Williams finds Dort. The kick out to Williams. The three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Williams has got 30.
That's one of the things I love about Williams. He plays with great awareness.
Outside, Green. Curry is inside. Covered by Mitchell. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. For the Warriors, Richards is checked in, and Hield subbed in for Moody. The Thunder also changing it up. Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team, and Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
Explosive play by Hield, taking off and slamming that one down before the D could react.
SGA battling inside. It's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Curry. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And we've seen this so many times. A hot start by Curry. And once he gets rolling like this, there's not much the defense can do.
Hartenstein with a screen on Curry. Here's Holmgren. Lets loose a three. Down it goes for three.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Curry driving in. Curry with a tough take.
Now that is nice right there. Curry on the move and finishing it off.
Now SGA. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And down it goes.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
Here's Curry. Green with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 11. Outside Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Shea going through the defense.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Butler outside. Here's Curry. Jacks up a three. Hartenstein with the rebound.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams outside. Here's the shot. Oh, and wide open, nails the J. Healed with it. Green outside. Williams with the steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way. Dort outside for three. He drills the three.
That's great use of the bounce pass in that situation to make sure the ball got there.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Outside Holmgren puts up a deep three. It misses, and that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, you're going to have to play this out, take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
The first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their team.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.